Basically a list of all my homes. The first one had dank windows and grey walls that held echoes of slaps and widening cracks which spiders would skitter out of, hopefully, escaping one black hole just to find themselves in the middle of another one. The human inside had vodka-lidded eyes carrying heavy childhood grief. She had me in an attempt to lose it, to pass it on, and wrapped it up prettily, pink ribbons and bows, handing me my legacy. I hid it in a cupboard, unopened. The second had a blue peeling front door, inside it some raw meat left to rot, the flesh of children whose mothers had also cracked. The third had a dog called Max and a cat called Whisper, a small skittish black thing that crumpled and cried across the room like a wisp of smoke from the fire next to my blue feet. A replacement state-sanctioned father called Terry, a nurse called Daphne, a taxpayer-funded weekly clothes budget, and a garden. An actual fucking garden. The fourth was a multi-bedroomed place with a baby, a teen boy, a big boy and me. The woman was crazy, but they only realised when the baby wasn't there one day. They moved me. The fifth was a park where bearded men gave me their blankets and stole ice cream cones from the broken down vendor van. The sixth was a place of laughter and whiskey. I learned how to drink away my mother's grief there, but take on my father's, and watch fists slam into tables with the force of a boat at high tide on the Thames. The drink flowed easy there, but it wouldn't flow upstairs, where it was dead quiet all the time, and the stairs were hard to climb, because at the top was a room that I couldn't call mine. The seventh held a Russian, a Swede, a Romanian gypsy who told the best stories, and a room full of dickheads who stole all my knickers one time. True story. The eighth held a woman who told me loudly to stop calling myself straight, that I shouldn't hate what I naturally was. My bed was small, quiet, in the corner, just like me, just the way I liked it. She was in it naked one day when I got home from work. The next day, the ninth place, I got comfy in a 17th floor room, condensation in the single glazed window cracks, covering my tracks as I lied to get work and stole to buy food. My mind got bigger up there. I could stare over everything that shaped me. I felt high, I could fly, and I could just catch sight of London. It looked all glittery. The 10th was a big flat full of drugs and wonder and 14 people with questionable agendas and drunkards who'd chunder in the kitchen sink. There was a tie-dye sheet on the wall which melted and morphed the first time I took LSD. We got thrown out. The 11th was a sheetless bed in Melbourne where the 8th room's prophecy came true. The loud and proud lesbian was right, I was one too. So I spent several nights prowling bars, getting in fights for hitting on the wrong girl or falling in love with someone else's right one. The 12th was a husband and wife who'd hit a skint time and made money from their daughter's old room. He'd watched me shower through the keyhole while wanking, so I kicked him in it one night. I got thrown out. The 13th was 3 Poles and a French girl, an Aussie and a South African, a garden where we'd char meat and drink neat vodka. I fell in love, and the walls had my hopes in them. I left when she did, because the posters would move at night, and I was sure it was to show me the holes I'd smashed into my dreams. The 14th moved with the water, and chugged past sunken shopping trolleys and half-dead ducks. Nina Simone played a lot there, as I dreaded my hair, and discovered queercore and punk rock. The 15th was a squat that had a cinema and a 15-year-old smack addict in the cellar. Told me her name was Cindy, after the doll, but in a fortnight she'd frozen to death in a doorway on Holloway Road as it snowed. She'd gone out dressed like her to find a nice boy to take care of her. The 16th was the written words, the hips of my woman a flightless bird and the shit in life you can't buy. It was knowing a postcode means nothing, a letterbox simply a hole in the wall, and that furnishings hide the elephant in the room. The 16th was knowing I don't need an address to have a home. Thank you.